If you are feeling lazy, unmotivated, or simply doesn't have a drive in life, then this video is for you. I found these 8 healthy habits that completely changed my life, that keeps me motivated and productive all the time to create the dream life that I want. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Before we start, I need to be honest with you. All the videos that you watch about motivations, how to be disciplined, habits to change my life, it won't matter if deep down you don't want to change the reality of your life. You don't want to grow, to work hard to change your life. And to be honest, growing is scary. Growing is hard because it is uncomfortable. You have been stuck inside this wall, which is your comfort zone, your limits. And for you to be able to grow, you gotta break your limits. You gotta push these walls. But obviously, not knowing what is behind the wall is very daunting. That's when people usually give up because it's too hard to push your limits, and you'll be thinking, oh, I'm happy with my life at the moment. That's too hard. I'm happy being lazy and unmotivated. But then you keep complaining to yourself, why am I so lazy all the time? Why I can't even finish anything? While other people, they could achieve a lot of things while you do nothing at all. So all the habits that I share with you today, it will be nothing if you don't have the willingness to change. It has to come from yourself. So now make a promise to yourself. I want to be a better person. I want to change my life, my reality. I don't want to be lazy and stuck in this mindset forever. Remember, everything you have in mind will come into reality. It will be easier to work into your goals if you change your mindset. So let's start with the first habit. The first habit is having a non-negotiable morning routine. If you ever heard the most successful person, they start their day very early, wake up at 5 or something, and it is true. When you wake up early, you are already ahead of most people in the world. You have more time to work, to do things, and to create things. The key to a productive day is having a morning routine that will keep you feeling good for the rest of the day. You need to allow your morning to include 30 minutes exercise, 30 minutes mindfulness, and 30 minutes of learning new things. In this case, I have applied this habit into my life that changed my life so much because it sets the tone of the day. Let me break down my morning routine. I usually start my day at 4:45 or 5 a.m. where I straight go to the gym. This is a non-negotiable routine for me because I find it very hard to go to the gym later during the day or after work because I'll find a lot of excuses why I don't want to go to the gym. So put the hardest and the most important task in the morning. This helps me to be consistent and be disciplined because I have no excuses and I allow my time for exercising in the morning. Also, the moment I open my eyes, I don't scroll on my phone. Opening TikTok or Instagram makes me endlessly scrolling down for hours, and I don't want to waste my morning like that. Remember, if you're doing what most people do, you won't be ahead of them. So wake your ass off and go to the gym. After the gym, I usually have my morning walk for 30 to 45 minutes while I do my walking meditation because that works really well with me instead of sitting meditation. I'll be honest with you, with 9 to 5 job, it is so hard to find more time in a day to work on your side hustles. I was struggling for months to not overwork myself. Now I found that putting a 30 minutes work to my morning routine really helps me to achieve a lot of things. So I usually have around 15 to 30 minutes before I need to leave home. The most valuable thing in your life is your time. If you don't use your time very mindfully and intentionally, it will be hard for you to do a lot of things because we only have 24 hours in a day. We gotta be mindful how we use our time. So instead of scrolling TikTok in the morning, I spend those times editing my YouTube video or writing my script. In the morning, your brain is still very fresh and you have no distractions. So even if it's just 15 to 30 minutes, you have achieved something before your day even starts. You have made a progress, and how amazing it is. So this is my first habit that I won't ever skip in case I'm sick or I'm on holiday. The second habit is having good time management. You must be asking me how to manage your time in a healthy way. Well, I'm gonna tell you how I usually manage my time so I can do a lot of things but also still have time to take care of myself and spending time with my loved ones. Working too much and pushing yourself too much to the extent that you ignore your health and well-being, it isn't healthy at all. It probably makes you feel like you have achieved so much in life, but it isn't sustainable, because in the end, it will lead you to burnout, because we have to have a break to allocate a certain time for self-care while still achieving our goals. So I created a system for managing my time that works really well with me. I used Notion to create a template where I have my weekly agenda, but also has a view where you can open up and then see a full calendar of your life. This system works very well with me because I can keep on track what's going on in a weekly basis, but also know if there are any future deadlines or meetings or arrangements that will take place in a month or two. It also makes me productive and motivated when I know a day before what I'm gonna do the next day. The way I organize my time is by scheduling and having designated time when I'm going to work on that task. I put the task into category and do them all in a batch. This is a tip for me to save a lot of time you can batch doing. You can save a lot of time by scheduling when you will do it, because it will make you less distracted. Using Notion, you can have a big group and then you can put your to-do list within the group page, which allows you to list down things you want to specifically do. If you want my Notion template, you can find the link in the description box below. I have a non-negotiable self-care routine which is on Sunday night. So I will stop doing anything and have a list of things that I want to do and treat myself. If you're interested about how I manage my time, I can make a whole video about it. Comment down below if you're interested. Next habit is having enough sleep. I know this is very basic and you probably already heard before, but how can you work on your full potential or have enough energy to do your tasks when you're lack of sleep and feeling tired and sleepy? How can you wake up and study at 8 a.m. when you spend the night before clubbing and get home at 5? Having lack of sleep equals having an unproductive day. That's my Bible. The next habit is to fuel your body with a balanced meal that includes high protein and more veggies. If you want to have high energy to work, stop eating that chocolate. You gotta be mindful about what you put into your body. If you don't like veggies like me, I hate veggies so much, but I eat it because I know it's good for my body. I usually make green smoothies in the morning, and also if you don't have time to eat healthy in the morning, you should try this like green powder. It's from New Zest. It has a lot of nutrients from like fruits and veggies for your gut health and immune system. This video is not sponsored, by the way. It's purely my review. I got this green powder 2 months ago because like I felt really bloated and my belly was like so bloated, and ever since I drank this, it helps me to de-bloat my belly. What I usually do, I put like a scoop it inside my green smoothies, or just like simply put it in a glass of water in the morning, and it saves me a lot of time. I actually have it with me. Let me just show you. There you go. I also notice a big difference in my skin. It makes my skin healthier, and I feel like my breakouts also stopped ever since I started to drink this. This is my skin before and this is my skin after. Hopefully, if you have a breakout problem like me, it can help you too. So I'll put the link in the description box below. The next habit is limiting social media. How much time in your day that you waste on scrolling on TikTok or Instagram Reels? How many times you say to yourself, I'm just gonna scroll for 5 minutes before bed, and then end up 2 hours later still doing the same thing? You need to realize how much time you actually wasted on scrolling on social media instead of actually working on yourself, your business, and making more money. That's why I said if you want to be ahead most of the people, you have to be very mindful about how you spend your time. Reducing the amount of time that you spend on your phone, it helps you to avoid distractions and increase your focus to be more productive. Because when you're studying and every 5 minutes you just be on your phone, do you think you'll finish your study? You need to limit the distractions. So if you're studying, put your phone in another room. Then you can be focused on what you're doing, which is studying. I remember me and my boyfriend, we went for a farm stay. We had no reception for 3 days. And I realized with that reception, we could do so many things in a day. And I just realized if I don't have social media, our phone can only be used like back in the day to call and message only. We could have so much time left to do a lot of stuff. If you want to be successful, apply the habits of a successful person into your life. Why? Because you want to learn from them. You want to learn how they manage their time. Do you think people who make billions of dollars having multiple business, do you think they always on their phone scrolling TikTok? I don't think so. They know they have to spend their time doing something meaningful by working, by being productive, and they understand that time is money, and that's why they are successful and ahead most of us. Moving on into the next habit. Keep your workplace clean and organized. I hate that I tell you this because sometimes my desk at work is messy. This is a tiny habit but make a big difference because tidy environment reduce your stress level. So yeah, keep it clean and organized so it motivates you to do your work, and also it's easier for you to find something when you have an organized workspace. The next habit is my favorite. Is journaling. I used to be a very anxious person, like crazily anxious, and it was so hard for me to express my feelings to other people, and I just generally could not process my thoughts. And I felt very stressed, and I have a lot of things on my plate, and I end up feeling I don't want to do anything or even burnt out. So I started journaling. The impact of journaling in me is very powerful. It helps me to do my inner work, to look into myself, how I could be a better person every day to achieve my goals and to achieve my personal goals. For example, I could keep on track how much I've come so far. It is a safe space for me to be open, be vulnerable, be honest about my feelings. I let myself get into the flow of writing, and I find it very therapeutic. The last habit is setting goals and having a time to actually reflect on them. To be able to keep being motivated and productive, you have to know what you're working towards to and what you want to achieve. You have to set your end goal. What do you want to achieve in the long term? But also you need to set short-term goals that can lead you to achieve your long-term goal. So for example, my long-term goal is to be financially independent, where I don't want to rely on working for someone else to make a living, which is like my 9-to-5 job. I can work if I want to because it's an option. So to reach that long-term goals, I make some short-term goals that helps me moving towards financial independency. My short-term goals is I'll be saving $250 per month for investment, where I'll be investing my money on stocks and index fund every 2 months. And my second short-term goal is I'll be making passive income through making YouTube videos, which is my side hustle. So when I get monetized, I can have another stream of income that allows me to invest more. Why is it important to have a goal? If you set a goal, it will help you to give directions and purpose in your life. It will help you to know priorities in your life that you need to work on to motivate you to keep going on and never gives up. I feel like if I don't have a goal for investing a certain amount of money, I will not even save my money. I won't ever start a YouTube channel. I will live with no directions in life and just keep living paycheck by paycheck or stuck in this mindset forever. This is also very important. You need to also spare some time for you to reflect on your goals. So most people forget to reflect on them. So take your time to reflect if your goals are achievable, what kind of progress you made so far to get closer to your goals. When you reflect on them, it makes you even more motivated because you know your progress and you actually acknowledge your achievements, and learning from your failure, if you happen to fail, can also make you get back on track. So that's all 8 life-changing healthy habits that hopefully can make you more disciplined, motivated, and productive. To work on your goals requires a lot of hard work. Your willingness to grow, to expand yourself, to change the old you to become a better version. This video will not help you with anything if after watching my video you won't change your reality. So I hope it can motivate you to keep working on your dreams. I hope that you can apply these habits into your lives. Let me know in the comment sections below if it actually helps you. And thank you so much for staying until the end of this video. I hope to see you soon.